Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hollywood, California. Happy New Year. It's game one, single game today here on World TV. The New Year special, Gotham 5 taking on Showtime basketball. I'm B-Roll alongside me, my main man, Maestro, the most interesting man in World Prep. How you doing, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm doing good, baby. How you feeling tonight, man? Can't wait to get the new year started with some basketball.
Yes, sir. Can't wait to get it started either, man. We got a good matchup here. Gotham 5 taking on Showtime basketball. Gotham entering 1-5 on a 2-game losing streak. Last loss was a 84-68 drubbing by Beyond the Arch back on December 28th. And then Showtime, they're coming in winners for their last 2 in a row, sitting at 4-1 on the season. Their last win was a 68-63 win in Canada at over the North.
Yep.
Mark Dizzle couldn't get the free ball to go. Go ahead, Maestro.
And G5 is rocking a new coach. Coach Michaels. It's going to be interesting to see how he's going to pull this team together, what they're going to be able to do. We got a little east side, west side action going on here on New Year's Day. I love it. The only thing missing out here in LA is really good barbecue. That's all I'm going to
say. Well, it is Najee Williams fouling Cole Webb. And, let's take a minute. Cole Webb, the player of the week from last week, looking to start off the new week on a high note with a win over Showtime and with a good performance in this one as well. And there's, again, I mentioned Showtime's 4-1, Maestro. And, normally a team playing like that on a 2-game win streak in California where they are, you'd expect to hear a lot more about them and they have to get a lot more shine. But we haven't heard much about them so far. And what do you think about that in terms of, the lack of coverage or whatever it may be?
B-Ron, that's a really good point. I just tell you, I think a lot of it has to do with, I think there's a leadership change inside the locker room, and you don't see, or we're not hearing a lot of the external noise that was happening internally. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it seemed like every week, it seemed like last season, every week, this player had a beef with this player, this brother had a beef with this brother, this coach had a beef with, but it's just like, it's like nothing to do with basketball. It was everything but basketball. And I think with them being about basketball this year, having such a strong season, great exchange down the end and great block happening there. With everything being about basketball, with their record sort of reflecting what we think they are, I think now being more about ball is less about talk. And I think that's another reason we're not hearing about it, because I think there was expectation that it was going to be the typical jaw-japping noise thing about the team, and it's not been that, which has been great.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The last season they had a big personality in Corey Yams. He's with Ishtown this year, so there's a lot less of that. They traded personalities. Cole Webb has one for sure, but he's not a Corey Yams type of personality, if that makes sense.
Right, absolutely. But it's funny how it seems like two teams can get addition by subtraction, and that's kind of what we're looking at here. Yams has been one of my favorite players forever, will always be. Especially watching his transition this year. I can't wait to see his game come together more. But him not being on the team, I think, gave space for some other personalities and some other players that maybe might necessarily feel more comfortable. Because I'm going to be honest with you, if you lined up Showtime for me from last season, my number one choice, it would have been Yams. And it probably still would be Yams, regardless of what my brethren might say on the other side.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, look, we've seen what actually here so far, and there is Bryce James pulling and connecting for a deep 2. It's 5-4 Gotham. Najee Williams' last trip down the floor hit a great step back 3. There's Carter Cash with it now. Rudy Williams out here on the block, and there's a 3-pointer. Bruno John Misty wasn't able to get that one to fall. It's a 5-4 Gotham lead, and let's talk for a quick minute about Gotham. You mentioned the new head coach, Jeff Michaels, coming in. This is a very strange situation. We have a former SimWorld Prep fan turned coach. He has a coaching background himself. He spent a lot of years in player development, 12 years at the AAU level, and coming in here to Gotham, taking over. How do you think that's going to impact the team and the organization? Because the organization so far has had a history of not having a consistent history with coaches, and it's a little bit like the other New York basketball organization in terms of how they run things over there,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
don't
no,
in some
you're
cases.
well, there you go. Well, not running is still running, right? So that's a great move in the paint there. I tell you, it's a really good move. I believe that was Colwell
Yep,
made that
it
move
was.
inside. Yeah, great job. So I'll tell you one thing that I'll say about this, and it's one of the reasons that I would just say this, regardless of what I think I know. I'm gonna say first of all, I'm gonna tip my head to Mr. Michaels or Coach Michaels now, one to step in there. I would be really leery myself to be a coach today because the status quo has changed in terms of player coach relationship, player coach expectations, and the fact that a cat with that kind of background, that kind of extensive background, who has been maybe I won't necessarily say away from the game because you're always thinking about the game, but not
Right.
necessarily, kicks on the court in the game. You're walking into another environment, and much as we don't want to say it, it still remains political and social. Kids worry about their brand. There's a lot of things that a lot of athletes worry about today that might not necessarily have been a concern back in the day when he was at his heyday. And I'm not saying that he cannot make great stuff inside there. I believe it looked like that was Mugen Williams. Did I miss that?
Mugen Williams,
Yeah,
yep. Mugen
Mugen
Williams,
Williams.
that's
There you
right.
go. Great job. He's a strong player. Can we get to the Flying Williams in a minute? But and again, just
Yep. We're gonna
such
take
a
a quick
short.
break, Maestro. We take a quick
Yeah.
break, guys. We'll come right back. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on SimWorld TV for our New Year's Day special. While you're here on the YouTube channel, join the YouTube and SimWorld community here. Let's go Discord first. Discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. You got like Maestro says, you got the brain. Be a coach. You got the game. You join it as a player, or just join as a fan. You can be a fan and maybe turn coach like Jeff Michaels did.
As Michaels did, that's right. Or join our media team. Come on, get in here.
Exactly, yep. Get behind like with me and Maestro, call games, write some articles, be involved in covering the league in general. We got lots of fun stuff here for you to do on both sides of that as we get ready for action to resume here on the court. And Maestro, before we left, we were talking about Jeff Michaels and how he's going to have to adjust to the new environment of today's day and age and coaching and managing the player-coach relationship and that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. And, I'm just going to say this. I think if anybody can do it, I believe he can because he always stays in touch. You see his comments and all the feeds and how he's in touch with the game, very aware of like the flow of the game, the fundamentals of the game, and still able to communicate with players. So I think if anybody can be successful, it should certainly be him. I would just like to see G5 become the organization we want them to be. I think we all have high hopes for them, and I think to get someone like him to lead them to that next level, I think the level where they actually should be, to be honest with you. I think hopefully this is a good transition point for them.
Yeah, everyone would appreciate that. If Israel finds attacking, then I get free throws here coming up as Carter Cash sends him to the line, his first foul of the game. Israel Vine's one of those players last season who was underutilized for Showtime. Now, granted, last year they had both Bryce and Bronny James, so I think a lot of that takes a back seat when you have a player of Bronny's caliber on the team, but he's no longer there. Someone has to step in and fill that role. Bryce is still here, but Vines in the season so far, 6.8 points per game, shooting 60% from the field. He's from California, from Fortuna, California. And it's tall, tied up here at 11 with that first free throw here from Vines, Maestro.
Yeah, I think he found a way to become more comfortably aggressive. If you're on a team with guys who just basically shine as bright as the sun, you either need to do one or two things. You either become the complete support role player, which they might not even give room to because those are the kind of players that want to do everything themselves because they believe they can. Whether they can or not is irrelevant. Or you just become more aggressive to make your own space. And sometimes that might throw the team chemistry off. And I think this year, him finding his own space is adding to his increased numbers, increased impact on the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And he showed it in spurts last season, too. So it's good to know that he can continue to do that this season. And there he goes again.
There he goes again. Great move in traffic. He moved to the open floor, moved between players, and he did one of those unique moves where you have one guy on each side. The typical player that might have diminished capacity or diminished ability might want to kick it out. What did he do? He drove to both of their back hips at the same time. Clear move to the rim, shows violence, got the points.
Absolutely. Free ball does not find the bottom of the bucket. Instead, Showtime back the other way with the mid-range jumper also no good, in and out.
I'm not comfortable with the three-point selection right now for G5. They were doing really good moving the ball inside. Just to be fair about it, their three-point percentage is not. There you go.
Did you see the brotherly connection?
Yes, there you go. Williams on Williams crime, baby. The law firm of Williams and the slam. Getting it done.
To see it.
Absolutely. And they need more of that because being 25th in the league in three-point percentage does not mean that that's going to be a consistent or good option for you.
Right, exactly. Not your bread and butter. 3-pointer from Showtime, though, not good. They shoot really well from three-point range. They are first in three-pointers. We talked about it a little bit before the game started. They live and die by that three just because they're so good at shooting it, and they're in the top 10 percentage in free throw percentage in the league.
You got it. Say it 3 times and spit it out. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a great call right there. It's funny. You can always tell when a team is trying to answer out of bounds there on this particular call. They're going to become Showtime basketball. You can always tell when a lesser team might be pressing a little bit more. I promise not to go into the weeds on you on New Year's Day, but so the idea of psycho performance analysis, right? If I know you're a better player than me and you take a three, if you miss or make the three, there's a high percentage with me feeling like I'm the more inferior player. I'm going to come back and try to attempt the three myself. And hopefully G5 doesn't fall into that.
Hopefully not. Look, we'll see. First quarter wrapping up here. Showtime out in front. But we'll see how second quarter goes. Come on back for it, folks.
SimWorld presents Around the Table with E and the Fat Man.
What's up, everyone? This is Big Bob.
And this is Elava.
And we are the co-hosts of Around the Table with E and the Fat Man.
Around the Table is the SimWorld Sports podcast where Big Bob and I give our takes on various sports from around the world.
Make sure to tune in every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time to hear our takes.
And don't forget to join in the conversation with us on Discord at discord.gg/SimWorldHoops.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter and YouTube at SimWorld4K. And as always, see the game, be the game.
Later, folks.
Welcome back, everyone. 17-13. Showtime out in front here in this one. It's been a back and forth first quarter, though, Maestro. Despite the lead there for Showtime, it's not a big one, but it's not it's not a small one either. If that makes sense.
No, it totally makes sense. And the idea here for Gotham is they need to keep themselves within that 10-point margin. Otherwise, they're going to find themselves. They don't have the firepower to chase a Showtime up and down the floor. So they need to be consistent, be patient, and make sure that they are playing to their strengths. Now, it might not necessarily be many on paper, but this is where you just got to have the will to find them and do it.
Right, yeah, and the thing about them having firepower, Maestro, you mentioned, I think that there's a shot clock violation there. There's a fourth shot, maybe it got blocked on the end there, but regardless, Showtime basketball. But I think that when you talk about firepower, I think that Gotham, the potential for it is there. We just haven't seen it yet. If there's any time for it to show up, though, it would be in a game like this. You know, this would be a good test for them to really see if they have the firepower to keep up with the Showtime basketballer of the world. There's a deep three, no good. Deck grabs the rebound. It's JV on deck coming up with it here.
Good. Work the ball inside. That's what they need to do to keep the motion happening. Let's see. Hopefully they don't fall into the trap of trying to take a three themselves. You know, there's no such thing as a 5-point play. That was actually a good shot. There's not enough follow-up on the rim, but that's the game they need to play, and they also need to transition a lot better. I think. The
foul there, yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna look a little good to me. I don't pick sides. I'm just saying that looked a little good to me. I don't know.
Yeah, hey, look, it looked good to me too. But regardless, Xavier Rubin Matthew is going to head to the line here for some free throws for Showtime. So far, perfect on the season. Matthew from Florida. He's averaging 3.8 rebounds per game, 1.6 points per game. He's known more so as a interior defender than anything else, and he's got athleticism to boot.
And it's funny. You see a cat like this. You look at how the leagues are changing, and his top two schools, Miami and South Carolina, are. He's the kind of player that would fit into that hard hat mentality you see in South Carolina right now on the men's team. Miami seems to be moving to more of a West Coast style of basketball for the state. So he might be coming from Showtime. He might be more comfortable there as well. So he's got good options on the table. He's one of those guys that I would just like to see him get more aggressive.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you there. We saw Coach Kendall Joyner not happy with that foul call at all. Not thrilled with it, 100%. But regardless, we free throws here for Gotham now. We just, as Brendan Romine had the foul call on him, that was his first of the day.
You can't give the refs a chance. You cannot give the refs a chance to be in the game and bad on that miss there. You have to learn the tail of your shot. And it's weird. Being a lefty myself mostly. The idea of when you shoot left-handed is something about the stitching of the basketball, and unless you know this, you don't see it. You get a little right-left action as you shoot, so you have to aim for the opposite side of the rim, so to speak, to get your tail back into the basket. Very few left-handed shooters actually have a straight shot, and same thing with throwing baseball or football.
Yeah. Exactly. And there's Reuben Matthew. After the pass from Brandon Romine, it's himself 2 more points. As we saw Bruno Giannissi at the free throw line, went 0 for 2 at the line, and that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, they can't afford to give away any points anywhere, and they can't afford to get caught in this thing where you just saw. Now, granted, that particular move was really strong. He did it in 5 seconds.
Yeah,
he made up, but also there's a problem with that. You do it by yourself, your teammates are standing around, that's going to lead to bad habits later in the game.
Right, exactly, yeah. That very well could be the case if it comes down to it. There's a 3, that's good.
There you go. That was Bruno John Misney
It was Kel McKnight.
Oh, okay. Old eyes talking.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right. Gotham coming back with it the other way, though, and they are looking good, Maestro.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what you want to see. You know, there's always a nice energy of new infusion. Now, you don't want to give the refs a chance to determine the outcome of this game. You can't start now. That was solid D. Yes, there might have been a little bit of body contact, but if the refs are going to call that, they need to be consistent all game. Again, you know I'm not picking sides here, but the idea here is there's been a couple of calls where there's been no body or no hand contact, it appeared to be, at least from our angle. And then there's a lot of contact where there's nothing been called as well. So make them a mind here. The players need to know the trends of the calls so they can know how to respond.
Right. Yeah, exactly. When it gets to be an inconsistent thing, that's when you have problems arise. As we see some subs coming in for Gotham. McKnight here. Perfect from the line so far this season. And Broadcasters Curse finally strikes.
Quarter in the jar. Quarter in the jar.
I apologize, Cal, for ruining your perfect free throw percentage. But there's a deep 3 from Showtime that does not go. Now back the other way with it. Carter Cash with it. And he's going to get 2 points and tie the game up in the process.
There you go. There you go. Now you would think.
Go ahead, Maestro.
Now you would think if anybody's going to be shooting threes for G5, it's going to be Singleton. It might be Carter Cash, but after that, I don't know. Maybe Majere Williams. If you want that to happen,
yeah.
But it's still though. I would just, as long as they can keep it around here, they give themselves a chance.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they got to keep it here though. As there's a great attacking the basket there from McKnight. Unfortunately, unable to get the shot to fall there. Had some contact there, but no call on it. Mark
and that's what we're talking about. Sometimes we see full contact, nothing's getting called. We see little contact that's getting called. Come on, refs. Let me know what I got to do. Let me know what I got to do. All right.
Right. There's McKnight trying to find space. He does get inside.
Great pass. But that's why you don't put the ball on the floor. When you get it in there, you take it straight up. You choose violence at that moment. You don't give yourself a chance to reset. And that was a deep 3 that rimmed off the back rim. Yeah.
Gotta go up with it immediately. Ruben Matthew out here. Coeb takes a screen, fires a 3. No good.
Oh, in and out.
So close.
In and out. Yep. Welcome to the new year, baby. You still got to go in the count. Whoa!
Carter Cash has it here. Attacking inside, unable to get it to go. It's Keyshawn Colson there. Romine has it back to inside. Ruben Matthew picked off.
Great steal. Good hands. Go.
Picked off by McKnight.
Run the lane.
Got to push the tempo, and they get a foul call out of it as a result on Xavier Ruben Matthew.
They got bailed out. That's the situation. We talked about this before. When you get a quick change, when you get an instant change of possession, you run the lanes. You don't wait for the ball. You make the ball come to you. Where can you do the most damage? Underneath the basket. If you're the first man up, that's where you go. You don't stop at the free throw line because you want to take a ball away. 10 midi 3-point reverse dunk shot or whatever from 19 feet. Come on, dude. Get to the rim.
Yeah. Well, look, he did the right thing. Pushed the pace, got to the rim and got the foul called and made the first free throw, so a chance to tie the game here on the free throw from Colson.
Absolutely. Gotham 5's going to have to make their money on the boards.
Yeah, exactly. 1 or 2 from the line, so still it's a 1-point game. You want to ideally see those fall, but there's Bryce James going after the floater, no good.
Pressure burst pipes, but it also makes diamonds. And I tell you, in the case for a team that shoots 90% from the line, we've seen a lot of 50% all night tonight.
Absolutely, and there's a deep 2
from Keyshawn Colson.
Webb with it here. 2:15 left to go in the first half of play. Tries to use the screen from Romine, but gets well defended. And the defense holds from Gotham.
Absolutely.
With it. Singleton pulling up. Good.
Yeah, the good old-fashioned breakaway long three. The good old-fashioned long breakaway three when you have all the court in front of you to get to the rim. It makes sense. And it was a two-pointer, so there you go. It's even better to score from – the 2 points are bigger when you're scoring from 20 feet as opposed to 2 feet. So, yeah.
Well, Keyshawn Colson's going to have the foul called on him. We got 1:47 left here in the first half of play as Bryce James going to come to the free throw line. Let's take a quick trip back in time, Maestro. Go back in time. So we got Bryce James. Bryce James was here with his brother Bronny last season. When Bronny went down with the heart issue he had, Bryce also stepped away. We weren't sure if Bryce was going to come back for the season. It looked like for a while he wasn't going to, and then there was a decision made that he was going to come back. So now that he's back on the team, personally, I feel like you need to see more of Bryce James, and Bryce should fill that role that Bronny had. Yeah, I know Cole Webb's here, but if I'm Coach Joyner, I'm having Bryce in that Bronny role. I feel like he could do it, and maybe even on the same level as his brother. But what are your thoughts on that?
I'm gonna make you mad. I think he can. I can do better than his brother's role.
Okay.
I think that he could. I think he can be a greater facilitator. I think he can be a greater floor leadership influence in terms of being more encompassing and more inclusive in how he plays. He's a natural passer.
Yeah,
and I like to see him take advantage of that. So because of that, I feel that he could even fill a greater role than what his brother brought to the team.
I like it. I'm not mad at that at all. If you were going to disagree, then we have some problems. But no, I agree with you there 100%. Pass inside from Carter Cash to Jared Williams. Gets him 2 more, 1 point. Gotham 5 lead, final minute here of the first half of play. Nick Moss brings it up the floor.
This is Gotham 5's game. They need to get out. Oh, you got to get help side on that. You can't let a man cut in. They gave away 2 points on that one. This is Gotham 5's game. They need to take out the water hose, make sure that the floor is 3 inches deep in mud, so they can slow it down. That's going to give them. That's what gives them a chance.
3 from Majer. Good.
Oh!
Big time shot from Majer Williams. Gives him some space now.
Make me right, Majer. Make me right. He's one of the 3 I said that if anybody's going to shoot threes, I want to be those guys.
Yep. And here is Bryce attacking and gets the clap to help him with the 2 points. Final few 15 seconds here of the first half of play. Mid-range jumper from Mugen Williams, I believe. Keyshawn Colson gets that one to go.
Well, look, as far as I'm concerned, their all last names should be Williams. Cole Williams, Keyshawn Williams, everybody.
First half comes to a close. 2-point Gotham 5 lead, 33-31, and a really fun game here so far, Maestro.
Absolutely. You know, Gotham 5 is doing what they need to do to stay in the game, and that's what they're going to need to do. I'm telling you, they need to get out the water hose. They need to drench down the court, make it 3 feet of mud so they can keep it slow, and that's exactly what they're doing. But I think another thing needs to happen, B-Ron, is they need to understand their game is going to go from inside to out. They need to take advantage of rebounds and get those scores in the paint, and that's going to keep them at this particular point and going to give them a shot when the seconds start ticking down in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, it could very well come down to that fourth quarter. We've seen Showtime play in a few close games like that come down to the wire. We'll see how they respond to that. If it gets to that point, we got to get there first, though. Second half coming at you. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Je voudrais être seul avec toi.
She asked if you'd like to join the club.
Je voudrais des nuits.
You said, I like nuts. Register today and get a free Berlitz phrasebook. Berlitz, the best way to learn a new language.
Welcome back, everyone. Second half action getting ready to begin here. Showtime will have the ball first. Let's touch on them. Let's not waste any time. They're down right now by 2. Not by much, though. But what do they have to do to get the lead back, number 1, and get out of here with the win here in the second half with the adjustments they have to make, Maestro?
They need to get back to their game. One, they need to get back to their game and not get caught into the mud pie game that Gotham is playing on them very well, by the way. And they need to find a way to sort of slow down Majere Williams. He's got 12 points in the game already. His season average is 13. So his next bucket, no matter how well, depending as long as it's not a free throw, is going to put him over his season average.
Yeah.
And, you know, they got to find a way to kind of slow him down, which they're not been able to do. Oh, I like the fact that he tried to take a charge. I'm going to give you a star on that point right there.
He tried, but Mark Chisholm able to get the 2 points and give Showtime the lead back. There's Colson with it over to Carter Cash. You see Majere running off screens there. Love to see it.
For the record, I think he did take a charge. I'm just going to say, there you go.
Well, there's a big-time slam from Colson, getting them all tied back up again. And for Gotham, adjustments for Gotham 5 coming out of halftime, Maestro. Colson got his 15th point of the game. There's some great defense. Hang on a minute. I'll get back to you on that one, Maestro. Defense turning to offense for Gotham as Colson continues to shine.
Colson, there you go. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Get it done for us, baby. Find the Tesseract.
Absolutely. There's Cole Webb now going to work.
Oh.
Right by Majere Williams.
Oh, well, with some ups there. That's surprising to see him with that kind of move. He actually went to his right, which is not his normal move there when he's going on the baseline. But that was nice to see.
And there's his brother Mugen Williams getting us another dunk ski on that one. 39-37. Cole Webb attacking to the rack. Layup good.
Another move to the right. He's got a new thing in his game.
back and forth we've gone here in the first few minutes of the third quarter. Colson pull-up jumper, short on the rim. The other way with it, Showtime, Romine, off the rim,
There you go.
and out.
Now I'm gonna say this. If I'm G5, I want to slow down energy just a little bit. I want to go in and put the mud back on the floor.
Just a tad, right? Just a tad. Is Colson unable to hit there? And now Showtime back with it. Back out to Webb. 5:10 to go here in the third quarter. Webb attacking, despite the contact.
Again.
Good.
His more traditional move from when I've scouted him, he goes to the left very strong, even in traffic. So he's going both ways tonight. Like to see that for him. It's going to make a difference for them if Gotham 5 keeps making a mistake of trying to make this a track meet with Showtime. I'm just going to say that's ill-advised.
Yeah, they've come out and they've caught fire in here. They're playing at a very fast pace. Both teams really have here to begin the third quarter, as we're almost midway through it here. 3-ball, no good.
See, the thing is, though, Showtime lives here. They were bored of the fast pace. You're only borrowing it. Come on, man. This is some Kane action and Batman. You know, this is what they do. You never play somebody's game with them. There we go.
Yeah,
move on the left
Cole.
Again.
Yep, Cole
Move
attacking,
to the left.
getting the foul called on him. That is on Singleton. So Webb's going to go back to the free throw line for more free throws here, Maestro.
That is such a high IQ. He made 3 very strong moves to the right. Everybody's overplaying him to the right. He goes back to what I've seen to be his natural driving side. It's to the left, which is really interesting. You know, it's one of those rare players that are right-hand dominant, but their best move is to the left. And you know, it's kind of funny though. You watch him shoot his free throws. He shoots right-handed free throws in the style of a left-handed shooter. So there's a lot of cross wiring going up there in the chicken coop.
Yeah, as a lefty, let me tell you, that's a little bit weird for me to hear that someone can be good with that at hand and playing basketball. That's I mean, with the offhand, it's weird to me, but that's a personal thing.
Yeah, I'm with you. You know, it's had a great coach that once he saw your dominant hand, you had to go through the first 2 weeks of practice only dribbling with your weak hand. You couldn't, not even on a crossover. You had to stay with your weak hand to get it up to speed because he wasn't able to do both.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had a good time with that, coach. Look, it's like when you were in typing class in school, you got caught looking at your hands.
Over. It's over.
Yeah,
it's
you
over.
got the box put over your hands, and that was it. That was it. Happened to me a lot.
Sister Linda Jefferson had a ruler that I swore extended 78 feet. Because you'd be in the back of the room and she'd be at the desk, and if she caught you looking at your hand, you outside your hands was slapped. Oh, a charge!
We got one, Maestro.
Merry New Year to Maestro. And my name was on the submit. It's just a perfect moment. My mama be so proud. You know, but I'll tell you, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, I mean, my brother, you be in the back of the room and she catches you looking, all of a sudden your hands will be slapped. You look up and she's still sitting at the desk at the front of the room.
Yep.
That happened.
Free throw line jumper from Kel McKnight's good. 43 all. Pace
43.
Yep, it's been a fast-paced third quarter, but it has, in some way, believe it or not, slowed down in terms of scoring here. Defense has kind of gotten it together toward the latter half of the third quarter, and as good of your fan of defense, I know y'all be really happy about that. But hang on a second.
Look out now.
My goodness. Keontae DeOr.
Watch that there now. Watch that there now.
Needs to be getting more clock, in my personal opinion. He's been with this Gotham 5 team for the past few seasons and really hasn't gotten a lot of time to really show what he can do. As there's a foul called on Kivani Woodbury.
Well, you got to show it in practice so you can show it in practice. So the coach would always tell us, if I don't see it in practice, I'm not going to see you practice it in the game. So, you know, there's something going on there. Who knows what? We obviously, we don't know. No, you know, there's no inside I'm gonna say the right team now. I mean, right game, basketball going on here. But if the coaches have seen it in practice, they're not gonna trust it in the game. So, sometimes you gotta learn how to practice too.
Yeah, as we agree there, and maybe with Coach Jeff Michaels will be in here now. Maybe that'll help out a little bit. As Jarius Bradley made the first free throw. Bradley from Chatsworth, California. I didn't even make sure I got that right. I read it as Chatsworth for a second. It's Chatsworth, California. Shooting 85, maybe 86% from the free throw line coming in. That is first one to go there. Here's his second one. Also perfect from the line there, tying the game up as well.
I feel like putting Elava, Chatsworth, California, they're kind of known for their color purple in the sock tip of their shoes. A little known fact, you might not know that.
From Mark Chisholm there, man. I love the aggressiveness from Mark getting in there, forcing his way in to get the steal, and giving Showtime another possession here with it. Bradley has it here. Trying to find something here, pulls up and unable to get the shot. A really good defense there.
Yeah, there's been a lot of possessions in the game so far. So far my tick marks, I'm at 132 possessions between both teams. So there's a lot of possessions going on in this game. Some of them are cut short by turnovers and stuff like that too. But in terms of that, just like my raw numbers, I'll go back and obviously look at it later. But that's a lot of possessions, and with the score being this low at that, because you would expect it to be at least be around 60 something to 60 something at this point. There is a lot of, there are a lot of badly played shots, but there's also, as you pointed out, some great defense.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's poor defense there, but or maybe that's just speed, one or the other. Either way, it's 2 points for Gotham 5.
I don't think they were expecting him to go to his left because everybody was crowded in the middle.
Yeah, there must have been some scouting there, adjustments there to see, hey, they're attacking the middle, so we're going to guard the middle, which makes sense in theory. Doesn't work out that way, and once again, we're seeing it here.
Did it again. Do it until they prove they can stop it. Do it until they prove they can stop it. That's the rule, man.
Exactly. 2 point lead here for G5. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter as Bradley's going to try a hook shot. Not able to go.
He forced that a little bit. You think maybe Showtime is kind of feeling a little bit pressure here and being this close, this late in the game?
When you're seeing shots like that, I think you have to definitely consider that. And there goes once again. Yeah, that is Kel McKnight once again attacking. He's done really good these past few possessions for them, getting a lot of their points. Final couple of seconds here of the third quarter are taken away here. Using the screen from Vines. Bradley with it. Got to get a shot out here. He does. It's good. Beating the buzzer. 51-49. Gotham 5 takes the lead heading into the fourth quarter. That shot from Bradley might give Showtime momentum. We'll see if they can close it out here or who wins this one here in Hollywood. Put those scores up, folks. It is fourth quarter time here on New Year's Day. Gotham 5 is out here with a 51-49 lead, and we're having some trouble here on the inbound, apparently. Gotham's unable to inbound it in time, yeah.
You do not want to start off your game with a violation like that. You've had a whole break to talk about how you're going to get the ball in, and
all right, we're gonna have some more games here tomorrow, everyone. Remember, I have some more games here tomorrow. Come on back for that SimWorld prep action, as we are now in the month of January, folks. And yeah, it's gonna be some good games here tomorrow. We're gonna have Rocky Mountain taking on the OGs at 7 p.m. on SimWorld TV, and at 9 it'll be the North taking on Best Coast Ballers. So a reminder to tune in for those games tomorrow. And here, Gotham 5 getting the fourth quarter started off right with a dunk.
Way to make up for that 5-second violation. There's going to be some great calls on the games tomorrow. The first game, you're going to have Marsh and Big Bob, my fun-sized boo, going at it. And then, of course, at the end of the night, the Blazer and E-Lava getting it done.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun one tomorrow. And we got a fun one here as well.
Yes, we do.
It's the fourth quarter, man. I'll say this much, Maestro. I didn't think we would see Gotham 5 be in this game like they are, as Kel McKnight got that one to rattle in.
Kel McKnight is finding his groove in this game, and maybe it's because I think he's getting a few more minutes than he normally gets. I could be wrong. I'm a little back on my minute count, to be honest with you. But it seems like he's found a comfortable zone, or at least perhaps Coach Michaels, whose name we rarely said tonight other than the start, has found a system to give more players time and presence on the floor, because they have a number of players with 12 points or better and a bunch of players already above their season average. Kel McKnight again. There you go.
Kel McKnight hitting once again, 6-point Gotham 5 lead. And yeah, I mean, we have to give some credit here to Coach Jeff Michaels coming in his first game in Civil Prep, not having any real time to prepare, get scouting involved in any capacity, really. Just, we heard the news last night that he signed, and then, we're here at the game, and he's got his team leading over Showtime, a team on a 2-game win streak here. And Gotham, they got blown out in their last game. They're on a 2-game losing streak. So, again, I wasn't expecting this kind of performance from Gotham. But boy, am I looking wrong here so far to begin? And there's another interior bucket from Gotham. This time it's Majere Williams.
Yes, they are. And I tell you something, I'm going to be honest with you, it triggers me a little bit, because my very first head job, that's how I got it. I got it right before the start. The AD fired the head coach at the end of a game as we started our season. Our very next game was going to be on TV against the defending national championship for JUCO basketball the previous year, and I had no practice time. And so, like, having that situation, it's triggering. It's triggering, man. Mark Chisholm getting it.
I definitely understand that. That would have got me a little hot, too. I understand that. Gotham 5 is going to take a timeout here, 59-55. We are going to stay here, and I got something to tell you guys, because, why not, right? Social media. Follow us over there at SimWorld4K. That is Instagram. We're on X, formerly known as Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, all the places, all the places keep up with SimWorld. That was the place to do it. And there's just a lot of stuff going on in SimWorld. That's one of the ways to keep up with it as well. And also here on YouTube, don't forget about that as well. YouTube.com/SimWorldTV. You're already here on the YouTube live stream. Click the like button.
Like and subscribe.
Click the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. There's plenty of things here on SimWorld TV. All the shows, SimWorld Today, Maestro's various podcasts that he has. We got the Marsh Pod. There's so much here. Around the table.
Get some. You can follow me on Smoke. Every day I go out and I do smoke signals in my backyard. You can follow me there. Right now I don't have any followers, but I think a lot of people do read my smoke signals. So, going to check out the old guy.
Yeah, exactly. Old guys got this man right here, I'll tell you what. As I said at the top of the broadcast, most interesting man in Sim World Prep, and I mean that with every fiber of my being.
Eventually, I'm going to get on Stone. I'm going to chisel everything in Stone tablet. But I'm going to wait for my phone. I'm going to wait for my phone to upgrade.
Here comes the upgrade.
Oh my goodness gracious! Choosing
Williams.
Mugen he is way over his season average for one. But also, I love this is the game that I always want to see out of him. Aggressive to the rim.
Oh, Mark Chisholm, dude.
Payback. Anything
right
you
back.
can do, I can do that. Anything you can, I can do everything better. Yes, you can. No, you can. Yes, you can. Go sing it, Michael McDonald. There you go.
Here's a three-pointer from Colson, unable to fall, but man, the absolute emphaticness of those two dunks in succession. Way to answer back. Mark Chisholm and Cole looking to respond with points of his own and able to do it there. But he's going to go to the free throw line thanks to Carter Cash fouling him. 2 free throws coming up for Cole Webb as Carter Cash, second foul of the game before him.
But Carter Cash, he adjusted. He recognized that Webb can make that move to the right, got his foot over there, wait to make him at least earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it's about. I remember when I was playing back in my playing days, my 13, 15 rec leagues, that kind of stuff. I had a coach who would say, hey, like if you're not in foul trouble, you're not playing hard enough.
There you go.
You're not playing hard enough.
There you go, man. Listen, you play at St. Francis of Assisi, they wanted you to foul out at least once a week to show that you really care. That's all I'm going to say.
At least once a week. That's a crazy stat line. But look, I ain't mad about it. And you're playing good defense in some respects anyway. You're making them work for it at least. I give it to him. There's Colson for 3. No good. Oh my, grabs the board. Coming back the other way with it. 4 minutes left here in this one. I think this is going to come down to the wire if things continue this way as Bryce James has it. His hands back to Chisholm. Tuckout winding down. Webb for 3. Good.
There we go. Here we go.
It's a cold world indeed. 62-61. Cole Webb giving Showtime the lead once again.
Again, I've been seeing opportunities here. We probably get back to their game of slowing it down, not trying to match those energy shots like that. That's not their game. How do they get up? Inside out, going to the rim. Now they're trying to match the outside energy game of and not playing defense on the drive through there. But you know what? 3 minutes and 3 points, that's okay. You want 1 point per minute if you're behind because you can make that up pretty easily.
Yeah,
but they need to get back to their game. Yeah, they need to get back to their game, though. Be patient, inside out, and not do that.
Agreed. Colson missing there. Majer couldn't tie up in her last possession, but steal, and now chance to score off turnovers. Moving the other way. 2 hands.
Here we go.
For
Thank
power
you. Thank you.
and authority.
Williams, and bam, law firm, they're getting it done for us.
Back to a 1-point lead. It's going to be extended here. Back to 3. That was Bryce James hitting once again from mid-range.
Yeah, still plenty of time. Don't rush. Work your game inside out. That's what we're working for you all day. You can do that now. There should have been a weak side follow-up on that rebound. Easy bunny gave away.
Yeah, got to get those. 2:10 left to go in this one. Crowd's really getting into it here. Here you can hear him as Mark Chisholm has the ball here on the outside. James for 3. No. So close to falling. I thought, man, they were going to get the friendly home bounce, but they were denied. Now Mugen pulling up, unable to get the shot to go, but there is the second chance follow by his teammate. That's Aaron Singleton.
Yeah. That's what you're on now. They're already over their season average for points. So what they're doing a lot right. You can't have the mistakes to match. Now they got a chance to Tyler take the lead.
And they're going to take the lead thanks to Mugen Williams.
Inside out game all day long. Go to the trust me when I tell you, 2 feet is a lot easier than 20.
The thing about that. Oh, there's a cold red 3. Good. 69, 67, and there is my show. First 69, but that's not gonna matter here. I'll tell you that right now. It's not gonna matter at all.
I don't think it will. I think it might be the second one to get there to have more fun.
Yeah, it might be, right? Well, look, Jair
There you go.
and a pass worked out. Second chance. No.
Come on, don't put the ball on the floor, young man. You've been fouling all night. Keep it going.
Great defense. There's a foul. Sol Evans gonna go to the free throw line. I believe the foul was on Jair Williams. We'll get some clarification for that for you. If it was on Jair, but look, Jeff Michaels here in an early test. We're gonna take a quick break. Come right back to the free throw, folks.
Yes, I know. Look who's over there. He's walking.
So, what have I missed?
Welcome back, everyone. We're gonna have some free throws here. Sol Evans coming to the line for 2. And, you know, there's a minute left here in the game, Maestro, and it's getting down to crunch time here for both teams, really. And I know we have Sol here at the free throw line and the chance to extend the lead, but want to talk about Gotham really quick. 4 players, all in double figures, coming night leading away with 16 of those points. But for Gotham, scoring has been a problem for them all season, and they're 25th in the league in scoring. So, you know, when you have a game like this, especially with the new head coach, that's gotta have you feeling really excited. If you're a player, if you're a fan, if you're a parent of one of these kids on the team, you know, all this stuff that has to be exciting news. You know, there'll be a lot of happy faces if they come ahead with a win as well. Jair firing from 3, no good.
Yeah, they have too much time to press that 3. They could have got in and got a 2, bring it back, get a stop, come back again. You don't want to give up possessions right now. You can, and unfortunately, that's been the mistake all day. They've been giving up possessions by missing easy 2-pointers and taking ill-advised 3s. And those are the simple moves.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
There we go. Final 20 seconds here, and it's going to be a foul intentionally on Jair Williams. I think that's a good place to start.
In the foul game early
here. Now Cole Webb here at the free throw line as they're in the bonus. 71-67. Tight ball game here, but Cole Webb can extend this one and go for 30 points here. That's 29 now for Mr. Webb himself.
And
One
by
more
the
here
way,
on 30 Burger.
all of his work, second half. Only 6 points in the first half. All of his points now, hit up in the second half. So the great 10-point third quarter and just doing better here.
Absolutely. He came alive here in the second half. It's exactly what you want to see. Speaking of things you want to see, though, I'm sure you want to see more of us and hear more from us and, see more games, that kind of stuff. Well, once again, we have some games coming up for you tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, 7 p.m. First game on the schedule. Rocky Mountain taking on the OGs, the originators at the Abigail C. Pride compound. We'll see Cooper Flagg over there. They're going to welcome Justin Bell and Dink Pate, all those kids to town. And then the 9 o'clock game on SimWorld TV is going to be the North going to California to take on Best Coast Ballers. See Suno Champa over there. And those kids taking on Alex Rodriguez. Coach Amir Hyman, there we go. And Akeem Young. I got my A's mixed up there, man, but I got it all right. Well, here we go.
All right, here we go.
20 seconds left here in this one.
Need a quick bucket here. Oh, long three.
Yeah, didn't get the quick one there, and that hurts.
Yeah, that really hurt. They needed a quick bucket. I think they could have worked it inside. I think they had enough time to work it quickly inside. The pass seemed to be there. There's no such thing as a 20-point shot. I'm just going to have to break it to them like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right about that one, Maestro. But I think they did the right thing there, going for the quick three there. And in my opinion, just because of Showtime's ability to answer and extend the lead like that, I think answering quickly there is the better option. It just didn't work out for them, unfortunately. If you would have tried to get the ball inside, you might have wasted, quote unquote, 3-5 seconds, which at this point in the game you can't afford to waste those kinds of seconds. Nicole Webb puts the 2 free throws down, as Gotham's going to use their final timeout here, 75-67. Showtime looking to salt this one away here at this point, Maestro, I think.
Did that feel like a dagger?
Felt like one to me, man.
Okay, so here we go. In honor of the Blazer, Katie, put Katie here. Katie, body go. Don't body go, Katie.
Yeah,
the party's over. The night is over.
Rick is gonna be very happy with that. I'm sure he's somewhere kicking his feet and laughing or whatever. I don't know, man.
We got something going on good.
You know what? No, second thought, I don't think he's a kick feet laughing kind of guy.
No, he's not. No. He's a lot of things. My brother's a lot of things, but kick back, I don't feel that. But here you go. That 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Just get some quick points. Too much time already. You got to get that ball
going off.
Shoot, get it up. Yeah.
Brendan Romine grabs the rebound, and that is going to put this one away. Showtime going to come victorious and win their 3rd in a row. Move to 5-1 on the season, 75-67 over Gotham 5. Gotham's going to fall to 1-6. Loses of 3 in a row now, but a good game from both sides. Michael's impressive in his debut. And, well, hey, look, we got to get out of here, Maestro. So, for Maestro, I'm B-Ron, all the guys in the SimWorld truck, have a good one, everybody. Remember, SimWorld is the only place you can see the game, be the game. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been a presentation